Supporters of the senator representing Kogi Central Senatorial District, Natasha Akpabio, and Senate President Godswill Akpabio stormed the National Assembly on Wednesday. Akpabio's supporters had earlier stormed the parliament entrance and demanded Akpabio's resignation over alleged sexual harassment of the Kogi lawmaker. As Akpabio arrived at the protest scene near the Mopol Gate, her supporters erupted in cheers, waving placards with messages such as "Akpabio must go" and "We stand with Senator Natasha." The protesters, including members of civil society groups, insisted on a thorough investigation into her allegations.
I'm live at the National Assembly gate, precisely the Mopol gate, with protesters in support of Senator Natasha Akpabio.
We have never presented a senator like the person of Natasha. Since inception of our state, our constituency, we have never had a senator that is as proactive as Natasha. And Natasha has brought a lot of development, jobs opportunity, a lot of women empowerment into our constituency. And today, the cry of our people before Natasha come on board is the issue of Ajakuta Iron and Steel Company, which our leader has been trying all our efforts to make sure that those bills are passed into law so that the Ajakuta can be revived. But because of our selfish leader, our Senate president, the person of Godswill Akpabio, because of his own selfish interest, because he's asking our senator out and our senator has refused to dance to his tune, is trying to frustrate her and sabotage all our effort at the National Assembly level. And that is why we come outside to join voice with all the voice of good people of Nigeria, of this country, who has the benefit of this country at heart, that we should ask, the president has to come in and ask the Senate president to resign and let him face investigations. Let him come outside and tell Nigerians, we are clamoring, we want to know what is happening. Let him come outside and say and deny that what our senator is alleging is a lie. Thank you. Talk your mind.
Meanwhile, a rival group of pro-Akpabio demonstrators staged a counter-protest, holding placards and banners with inscriptions like "Apologize to the Senate President," "We say no to Natasha's serial blackmailing," and Akpabio treated Natasha as a daughter and a friend. The protesters, under the aegis of United Women for Good Governance, demanded an apology from Natasha Akpoti-Oduaghan over a sexual harassment allegation against the Senate President. Earlier, police operatives had dispersed Akpoti-Oduaghan supporters with tear gas at the National Assembly arcade. The protesters, who had begun gathering around 8 a.m., were forced to retreat but later regrouped at the Unity Fountain to continue their demonstration.
Quickly set up your camera and get this, please.
The senator representing Kogi Central, Natasha Akpoti-Oduaghan, on Wednesday formally submitted a petition against Senate President Godswill Akpabio, accusing him of sexual harassment. Akpoti-Oduaghan, speaking under Order 40 of the Senate rules, told her colleagues that she had previously made the allegations during an interview on Arise TV and was now officially presenting them before the Senate. In response, Akpabio directed her to proceed with the submission, which she did. The petition was immediately referred to the Senate Committee on Ethics, Privileges and Code of Conduct for review.
And may only be presented to the Senate by a senator who shall affix his or her name at the beginning thereof. The petition is in my name against the President of the Nigerian Senate, His Excellency Senator Godswill Akpabio, for sexual harassment, abuse of office, and malicious obstruction of my legislative functions. You may recall, sir, that on Friday in Arise TV, I did make some statements. And I have decided to narrow these statements in a formal petition against the President of this Senate. So if it may please you, I would humbly step forward and lay this petition.
You may proceed. Distinguished colleagues, this petition is hereby referred to the Committee on Code of Conduct, Ethics and Public Petitions to revert to the Senate as soon as practicable.
Petition.
Any other petition? Yes.
Earlier during plenary, Akpabio dismissed the allegations, insisting that he had never harassed any woman. At no time did I ever harass any woman. I was raised very well by my late single mother, and I have always upheld respect for women. I was even awarded the most gender-friendly governor in Nigeria. Akpabio made this known. The Senate President, who acknowledged receiving multiple calls over the matter since February 25, said he was aware of the heated debate on social media. He, however, urged Nigerians to refrain from making assumptions and allow the legal process to take its course.
Wishes to announce that he has been inundated with calls since the 28th day of February 2025 over some spurious allegations making the rounds in the social media and on television about a purported harassment of distinguished Senator Natasha Akpabio. While I am aware that the matters are in court, however, I would like to state clearly that at no time did I ever attempt any sexual harassment on the said distinguished Senator Akpabio or any other woman for that matter.
A federal high court in Abuja has restrained the Senate Committee on Ethics, Privileges and Public Petitions from conducting a disciplinary proceeding against the senator representing Kogi Central, Natasha Akpabio. The presiding judge, Obiora Egwatu, gave the order on Tuesday following an ex parte application filed by Akpabio's counsel. According to the enrolled court order obtained by a correspondent on Wednesday, the court said, upon reading the 25-paragraph affidavit in support of the motion ex parte and the affidavit of urgency, both the posted by Senator Natasha Akpabio, adult, female, Christian, Nigerian citizen of Kogi Central Senatorial District, and the written address all filed at the registry of this court. After hearing Sanusi Musa San, MJ Numa San, YM Zakai ESQ, BJ Tabai ESQ, Tijani Jamal ESQ, and Miss MC Beke ESQ, counsel for the applicant, arguing the application and urging the court to grant the reliefs sought. And the court having delivered its bench ruling in open court, its reasoning and conclusions are as contained in the body of the bench ruling. It is hereby ordered as follows. 1. An order of this Honorable Court is made granting leave to the plaintiff/applicant to serve the second to fourth defendant respondent with the originating summons and all other accompanying processes in this suit by substituted means, to wit, by serving same through the first defendant, clerk of the National Assembly, or pasting same on the premises of the National Assembly and publishing same in 2 national dailies. 2. An order of interim injunction of this Honorable Court is made restraining the second defendant/defendant's Committee on Ethics, Privileges and Code of Conduct, headed by the fourth defendant, from proceeding with the purported investigation against the plaintiff/applicant for alleged misconduct sequel to the events that occurred at the plenary of the second defendant on the 20th day of February 2025, pursuant to the referral by the second defendant on the 25th of February 2025, pending the hearing and determination of the motion on notice for interlocutory injunction. 3. An order of this Honorable Court is made directing the first to fourth defendant to show cause within 72 hours upon the service of this order on them. Why an order of interlocutory injunction should not be granted against them, restraining them from proceeding with a purported investigation against the plaintiff for alleged misconduct without affording her privileges as stipulated in the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria 1999 as amended, the Senate Standing Order 2023, and the Legislative House's Powers and Privileges Act. Report has it that on Friday 20th, the Kogi Central lawmaker clashed with the Senate President, Godswill Akpabio, over seat allocation. Akpoti Oduagan rejected her assigned seat, defying Akpabio's order and repeatedly raising a point of order despite being overruled. The senator representing Ekiti South Senatorial District, Yemi Adaramodu, who raised a point of order during plenary, said the incident had tarnished the Senate's image. He said attempts to clarify the Senate's position have been unsuccessful, as the people already have their opinion on the incident based on the Kogi lawmaker's action. Following the development, the Senate referred Akpoti Oduagan to the Ethics Committee for disciplinary review. The upper legislative chamber took the decision during last Tuesday's plenary following the consideration and adoption of a report presented by Adaramodu. Senators unanimously approved that the matter be referred to the committee after it was put to a voice vote by Akpabio. The Senate President asked the committee to review the incident and report to the Red Chamber.